Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. The Buccaneer offense taking the field with all eyes in the stadium glued to their quarterback in season number 21, his first, of course, in Tampa, the great Tom Brady.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt.
Complete to Gronk.
So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 9 catches, 55 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. And on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Brady to throw again. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. But a good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet Matthew Stafford. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try to create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
At the 10-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Well, the second down throw on target. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okuda.
Brady's pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 17 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Stafford going to get this one to Johnson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Not much there, only a yard.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James, and it's third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Well, the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020. Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. Again, it's Brady. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Taken down.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. James has it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again at Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
At the 37-yard line.
So plenty of action on. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
4-yard attempt. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They go to Johnson again. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Little short pass to James, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He'll get this one to Galladay. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up around the 33. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Chasing Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. The kicker here is complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady to Evans on the slant. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Brady's throw there complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Now Brady again. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Brady to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second and inches.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Stafford and the Lions now. Down 7-6. 2:11 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it first and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got in as he threw it. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The 29-yard.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
So now Stafford it'll bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over.
Now all the focus shifts over to the Bucs, trailing by a touchdown. 40 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Well, Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Great. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
One final try now for Brady. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Buccaneers.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Detroit, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.